Now that we are down to our final 8 teams in the NFL playoffs, let's take a look at which of the teams are the favorites. Who are the teams to beat in each conference? That's what we're going to discuss in this week's Game Time Decision, joined by senior editor Eric Edholm. And Eric, we know that there's not a lot of people excited about the 1 seed in the NFC, which is the Atlanta Falcons. So I'll start in that conference. Who do you think is the team to beat there right now?
I think it's the Atlanta Falcons. How about that? No, I really do think they have a great chance. I picked the Packers preseason, and I'm going to stick with it because both the Packers and the Patriots, my teams, are still in it. But I think the Falcons, they've kind of refocused a little bit. I think we're going to see it play out this weekend against Seattle. Seattle's going to come in and play tough like they did last week and have up to the playoffs. But I really think there's something special. If they can fix that run defense and get anything going in the run game on offense, the Falcons should be in pretty good shape.
You know, an interesting team in this team to beat category is the Seahawks, their opponent, because they're the hottest team in the conference. I mean, they proved last week that they can go on the road and beat a team in a big playoff game, something we didn't think they would be able to do. And I know the Griffin injury factored in, but when you look at the way they're playing, you look at how little confidence there is in Atlanta to win a playoff game, the Seahawks are arguably a team to beat, especially because the 49ers have been up and down. Packers have been up and down this season as well. They're the team that in the last month has been the most consistent.
You know, on paper, they've got a few things working against them. Chris Clemens blowing out his ACL, that's a tough blow. You got to have your top pass rushers towards the end of the season. This is the time to have them. Russell Wilson, he's been great, but he is a rookie, you know, and at some point we think he might falter. So, you know, there's that going on. I'm not sure those receivers faced up against the top secondary will make great plays, but they've been pretty consistent, churning along. So we'll see. The Seahawks are most definitely dangerous.
Well, one thing we're learning from this segment is what we've talked about all year, which is the NFC is much more wide open. You can see all 4 of those teams really making a run. The AFC a little more clear cut. Who's your team to be in the AFC right now?
I got to go with New England. I know the Broncos have won 11 in a row coming in. I know they're well rested. They seem focused, and I think they're going to do well against the Ravens team that they thumped a couple weeks ago. It wasn't close. I mean, 34-17 was the score, but felt like more like 34-3. So I do believe this Broncos team will host the AFC Championship game. I just don't know if they're going to have any answers for New England. New England dominated them last time, and I think in a rematch they would play them well again.
Yeah, I actually have to agree with you on that one. And as much as I want to lean towards Denver because they're the hottest team, because they seem to be such a complete team with the way that defense has been played so much better, they have the home field advantage. Who have they played in those 11 games? The Baltimore win was impressive. I'll give them that.
Absolutely.
In Baltimore. I believe that was Ravens' first game with the new offensive coordinator, so there was a little kind of trip-ups there with Baltimore. And New England, I'm always a believer of you got to prove it to me by beating the team. And Denver lost to New England earlier this season. I know the Broncos are a better team, but so are the Patriots. That defense has continued to get better as the year's gone along. They're going to be healthier for the playoffs. And even though they have to play in Denver, I don't think Tom Brady or Bill Belichick are afraid to go to Mile High and play in Denver.
I agree with that. And just taking a quick step back, I do think the Texans will be stronger in this game. I know they've talked about it all week. They're motivated. They may even get out to a lead. When it comes down to the fourth quarter, I don't trust Matt Schaub. I do trust Tom Brady. And I think Brady ultimately will be a little bit better than Manning in the AFC Championship game if that's the way it plays out.
Well, we're all excited for that potential of Brady versus Manning in the AFC title game, and those are certainly 2 of the teams to beat in the AFC. And you like the Falcons as the team to beat, but Packers, 49ers, Seahawks, all of them, very worthy contenders in the NFC as the teams that everyone has kind of put a bullseye on and try to get past them to get to New Orleans. So which teams right now are the teams to beat in each conference to get to the Super Bowl? Let us know on our YouTube page and head to our website at profootballweekly.com.